All right, so after I did my little limp check, I washed my hair, and then, bong! I'm natural. Woohoo! I feel like playing some India Ari right now, but I don't have the soundtrack. But anyway, I am natural. I'm so happy. I was loving my hair and I just felt so free. It was so liberating. Like I would read about people saying that, but it really, really was. I loved it. Okay. I went outside to our living room and I showed Kev and he was in love. He was just like, I love it. It looks so good. I went back into the bathroom and I had like 5 seconds of panic where I was like, what's going on here? Because I looked like a young boy. Like I just looked like a small young boy. Like what was going on? In 5 seconds, it was over. And I went back to loving my hair, my fro. I was so amazed. It was just a great day. And if you're deciding whether or not to do your own BC, do it yourself. It was just amazing. I had a really awesome experience. I was so happy that I'd cut off the relaxed hair. My hair was back to being healthy again. This is the style that I did with some curling jelly. You can't really see it, but basically I had, I did like a twist out thing. I did some curl defining stuff, and I ended up with this style that again Kevin loved. And I rocked it for like 2 days, and then I think I sort of combed out a little, and then got this. You guys, I was feeling my fro, even though I look like Lisa Simpson, right? I was feeling my little fro. I thought my fro was thick. I thought it was such a good length. I love that. It was slightly stretched. I was feeling that fro. You could not tell me I was not a diva. All right. I already was a diva, but I felt like that fro added to it. I just felt like there was no Lisa Simpson in the house. It was just my fro. I loved my little fro. After my VC, I started to rock my twists, which I still do up to this day. But I basically rocked what I thought at that time were mini twists, and I rocked them from a few days after my BC until about February. And these are just how long my twists were, how they hung, shrinkage, you gotta love it. And this is it here, a little bit stretched out, but those were my twists, and that was the length of hair that I had a couple of months after I BC'd until February when I got, bam, city twists. I loved my city twist. I can't even put into words how much I love this style. And yes, I did go down to Atlanta from New York City to get this style done. You guys, I work for a reason. I don't work so I can work some more. I work so that when I feel like it, I can fly down to Atlanta and get my hair done, even though I live in New York City. I love this style. I would have done it again. I love this style. It was so convenient. My detangling process went away. My wash day became 30 minutes long. It was amazing. I did so many styles. I got so many compliments. You guys, I was feeling these twists, okay? Feeling them. I mean, again, I am a diva, but these just added to my diva. And when I came out of them, went right back into my mini twist. I was gonna get another set, and then Kev was like, "Oh, I really love your mini twist. Like you should, it's just like your city twist, except that the city twists were longer. But I love your hair. You should rock it more." Sidebar: shout out to significant others who love you in all aspects of you, and they tell you, because that's a huge deal, particularly when you're going natural and you haven't been natural for years. It's a huge, huge deal. So shout out to all significant others that love you in all ways, big and little. And so I've rocked mini twist from, like I said, my BC to February, and then from February to April I had the city twist. From April until now I have been rocking twist. So these are just some examples of some styles that I've done, and you guys, I love my mini twist. Okay, I do them so much. My technique is now, I think, near flawless. But this is another style. I started to experiment more. I got more confident with my hair. I started to get more adventurous with my styles. Look at this, y'all. People will come up to me and say, "Where did you get your hair done? You know, what kind of hair is that?" And I would tell them, "No, no, no, it's mine." And they couldn't believe it. You know, I finally got comments like, "Oh, your hair looks so thick. It looks so healthy." I hadn't gotten those comments in years. I really, really love my mini twists. They're such a good low manipulation, high protective style. This is another example, a banana clip in my twist. Love these things, and this is how I wear them to work. Same banana clip, but I just keep it really conservative. I do not show out at work. I know some people who are like, "I'm a diva regardless. I'm gonna go to work." No, that's not me. I'm very conservative at work, and so mini twists work for my lifestyle. I really love them. And then when you're done with the mini twist and you take them out, you can get another style. Are you kidding me? Mini twists to me is a style that keeps on giving. Because you rock the mini twist for 3 weeks, and then you can rock another twist out for a week. I don't. I do it for about a couple days because again, I'm always in twists. I have a very low manipulation, high protective style regimen, and it just works for me in my lifestyle. But I really really love my mini twists. And I tried the curly fro again because I was feeling it. Here's the back, and then I discovered the fro hawk. I love the fro hawk because it allowed me to be creative. I had just learned how to finally use gel. Again, the definition you see in that Frohawk from a mini twist. I love mini twist, and the Frohawk is awesome because you don't have it rubbing against your clothes or your shoulders. Because at this point, my hair was able to hang down. This is the front of the Frohawk. I put some twists in the front instead of having it hang onto my face. And then I learned how to really define my hair, how to get really defined twist outs and braid outs by using the right products and not ending up with sticky feeling or just a gross feeling. And that's just a really defined twist out. I tried French braiding my hair, and this is when I realized that my hair had actually grown. Because if you look on the left side, you see that little piece that's sticking out. That's where the braid ends. And I thought back to when I was transitioning and I was doing the same thing with my hair, and my braids never were that long. This is with my natural hair plus my relaxed hair. And so it just hit me like, wow, your hair has grown. And yes, I did go to work the next day with that. Okay, with that style, I pinned up the ends, and I think I put a side comb or two side combs down the middle to sort of give it some flair, and I went right into work like that. Okay. This is my fro about a month ago, and I sort of combed it out a little because I was gonna watch it that day, and I took a picture. But remember, this was my Lisa Simpson fro. Okay, this was the fro that I thought was huge, and now this is my fro. Right? So I went from 13 months to about 20 months post relaxer, and my fro looked like that. And it just goes to show you that your hair will grow. And don't listen to what people say about, your hair texture. I'm 4B, 4C hair. And I have the quote type of hair that is very hard to grow. And my hair did it, right? Because right here, this is about June. Okay, so this is 3 months ago. My hair has since grown. I was APL. And if you remember, the day of my big chop, I was APL with natural plus relaxed hair. And now with all natural hair, I'm back to being APL. So don't let people tell you, oh, well, you can't grow your hair or it can't be XYZ length, because it can. You just have to know the right technique and, the right regimen that's going to work for you. And that's pretty much all I wanted to say about my natural hair journey. And for everyone who's transitioning or deciding, trying to decide whether or not to go natural, I hope that this inspires you to do it. If you're on your transition, I hope it inspires you to keep going. I really think that being natural adds to your diva. I was a diva, am a diva, will be a diva, but my diva has really been elevated because I went natural. Like, I gained more confidence because you have to. Like I said, or I always say, Haters never take a day off. Okay, it's so you will have people making random comments, particularly if you don't have the hair type where you throw water on it and it curls up, or even if you do, people might have comments for you because haters never take a day off. And so it's not going to be easy all the time because of that, but once you learn your hair, you're going to love it. You just are, trust me. And I say go natural, do it. Everyone's doing it. But thank you so much for watching, and I'm not going to disappear again like I did last year. I hope your day is filled with tons of soleil. Two fingers sideways, y'all. Later.